Log on.
So the log on was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Log on was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So you get all these messages. Just hit cancel. Just X that out.
Okay.
It's not important.
Sorry.
It's telling you that there's you don't have firewall up and well, it's not on the network. So
Okay.
and it can't be because
It can't be.
the Linux box would never talk fast enough to this box, or this box would never talk fast enough. So I've done up here, there's PuTTY, DVP Control, and Maestro. These are the three applications that you'll use. And PuTTY is really just to confirm that you've got communication to the render engine, which is the Linux box that's off in the comm closet. So you just double click on that, and then you can choose this 10.10.13.74. That's the IP address for that HDVG. The other one's an IP address for another box, a DVP. But you don't really need to worry about that. Type in root, enter. Type in top, enter. Type in S for second and 1, and that's just going to show you what's at the top of that render engine's what it's
When
computing.
you typed in S, I didn't see the S actually.
Yeah, it didn't show up the S. It knew that it's like
Okay.
I wanted it. You had to specify what unit of time. So it's seconds 1.
Right.
And so that's just telling you what's at the top. And this is just a good window. I don't close any windows. I just minimize everything. Next we'll go to the DVP control. And what you want to see here is that this is online. Now there are some good features in here. If you want to make sure you got good grid lines, you can take the background to dilated chroma key and the foreground to edges. And then you can see on the screen there the edges. Yeah, show the screen. There you go. The blue. So anyway, that's just a useful tool. I put that back to none and back to input video, and we'll minimize that. If for some reason it was offline, that would say offline in red, and you would know, and then you would just want to run the DVP. But it's grayed out because it's already running, and we don't want to stop it. So then we open up Maestro, and some of the windows, this window that comes up, you'll see all this information going through. If you don't see that information, you know right away you've got a problem. And what you're looking for it, and that window, now that all these other windows have opened as well, is called eMulti-Stand-In Capture, or I guess that's what it's called. Once again, I just minimize everything, but what you're looking for at the bottom here is that this number here is fluctuating around 60 for 60 hertz. So you got that, then you should be in good shape. So here we are in Maestro, and
File, right?
yeah, you can go to File, Open, or there's a folder right there. You can hit that too. And then for telehealth, you're going to look for telehealth, and there it is right there.
Click.
You double click it. Then you come over here, and these buttons are set aside for a reason. The first one is the hammer. That puts it into production mode. And if I roll over, yeah, switch to production mode. So we click on that, it depresses, and then we'll turn on this one here, which is to connect to the render engine. And this, if you look down at the bottom right corner, it says program is red. When that goes green, it'll be connected. Usually takes a couple minutes, or there it goes. It's connected. It's green now. So then we can hit the next button in line, which looks like sort of like a wheelbarrow, I guess, which is load all, and say yes.
And it should load up.
Should load everything up. We'll see it in a minute. Telehealth. Now we might not actually. So you got a preview there, but it's still loading in the program, so we're not seeing it on the screen yet. And once we do, it still may not show up because we'll need to calibrate the cameras again. But there it is.
Okay.
You can see it's there.
It's good enough for our purposes.
Exactly. So then you would go down here to tracking set. Do that again. Tracking set, and then come up to configure trackers. I always just
Trackers is the thing I was telling you about.
Yeah, the tracking set. What I automatically do, my first thing is to hit show current, and then to switch cameras real quick and make sure that 4, 5, and 6 pop up there when I camera 1, number 4 for the panel camera. Okay, so once I've done that, you see the numbers will change when it says show current.
Yeah.
And that's for the cameras, not for the heads. Okay, so when I'm on one of those, the next thing I would do is go to tracking mode, and I would hit recalculate position.
By the way, this is the stuff you'll be doing with also TAV
And then,
as well.
and then
Chris should be doing this stuff.
recalculate position. Yeah, Chris should do all this stuff for you for TAV. And recalculate position. Now, I could do it one at a time. I would do this one first, and then I would go.
Zoom in, zoom out.
I would take this to number 1 for the head for that camera, and I would go to ranges, and I would hit reset ranges, and then I'd come over here real quick.
Well, there'll be an operator here, but if there's not,
If there's not an
these
operator,
are robotic cameras.
I'd come over to the robotic and put that on camera
Camera
1,
one.
so it shows camera 1,
then
and I'd
you
like
would
to
go
see it here
here.
too.
And then you would
And then I
zoom
would
it in,
zoom all the way in
check
on the
its
grid.
focus.
Focus. And then I pull all
And what you're
the
looking
way
for
out,
is if you look up there, making sure that the
and
camera
then
is
go
tracking.
back in. Now,
So
so that's, see how it did?
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about.
Well, that's because they didn't come all the way out. They need to come all the way out when they do this. You can't let your camera operator
try,
do it.
Try it again. Watch. You're all the way out.
All the way
Okay,
out.
now
Yeah,
go. Now go all the way out again.
Watch.
Watch. It's gonna stop and then keep zooming. Watch. Oh.
It's because they didn't do it when they were setting up the tracking, and you had a camera operator out there doing it for you. Didn't you? Don't rely on them. Have your engineer do it here at this station.
Well, I
Say-
relied on Chris doing it, and that's what. happened.
Although then again,
He-
maybe there was a problem when they switched back from robotic
Right.
to.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
so you
there
will
was.
have to
Yeah.
we'll have to have those guys do it then, I guess.
Yeah.
The camera operators.
Because there is a problem with right. But anyway, that's how he does it. Generally, if Patrick's not here for telehealth, that will set this up. But the bottom line is, Pat's generally here, and if he's not here, for American Vets, Chris sets all this up with either Chris Vasquez.
And that's pretty much the setup, right?
It's going to be Michael Vila.
Patrick?
Yeah, you just repeat the same thing. After that, you would.